Okay.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm here having a really good time. Such a good time I even forgot to press record. Noland is a great guy. Am I pronouncing it right? Noland Arbaugh.
Arbaugh, yeah.
Arbaugh.
Yeah.
Okay, where's that from?
Yeah, that's a great question. I've heard German. I think it's German. Yeah.
And it's pronounced like that in German.
So no, I don't know. I think it means something about like, I actually just looked this up. Yeah, something to do with an eagle. I can't remember.
With an
But
eagle.
yeah, maybe. Sure, why not? That sounds about right. Yeah, Arbaugh. I think my grandparents were like Swedish, so I don't know where the German came from, but yeah, that's what I've been told at least.
Yeah, okay, this is a chess channel. We'll go with the bishop, maybe.
Yeah.
We can look it up afterwards.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so thank you for joining me. I've been interested in Neuralink for quite some time now, and I've never had the opportunity to talk to anyone involved in the project. And then when I saw you first time, you were at a chess event was during the Speed Chess Championship, right?
Yeah, that was my first chess event ever, and it was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had.
So how come you were able to go there?
Yeah, so um my first real like foray into the world, showing people who I am and everything, was, geez, maybe a couple months after my implant, and they wanted to show just a little bit of what Neuralink could do, and so they were showing me playing chess on a live stream on X. It's the first one that anyone ever saw of me, and
Yeah, I've
after
seen that
that,
one.
just yeah. It was just a quick little thing with me and a guy named Bliss from Neuralink.
Is that
And
is he your friend from like high school or? No, no.
no. So
Okay.
that yeah. He's just a guy at Neuralink who is in charge of a lot of stuff. He's kind of like my handler.
Okay.
um yeah. And so after that, chess.com reached out and they're like, hey, like we see you play chess. Like you should come on, like we should like basically do something together sometime. We can do like some content or we can get you out to an event or something. And their immediate first thought was these speed chess championship in Paris because it was like the first one with a live audience and everything, and they were really excited about it. And they were like, you can go make the first ceremonial move. And then they're like, well, if you can't make it to Paris, we understand. Like, I am handicapped, so it might be like a bit hard for me to get there. But I was like, no, I really want to go. Like, that sounds great. So they flew me out, me and my family and my buddy from college, who's the one who got me into Neuralink. They flew all of us out and basically like rolled out the red carpet for us. It was really, really cool. Really awesome. Got to, hang out with Magnus for a bit. Um, hung out with like some other GMs and IMs while I was there. Canty, Danny Range, Hess, met Danya. Like it was just really, really cool. Levy and stuff like that. So, I met um, Hans. That was really cool. So, yeah, it was just a really, really good time because chess has just been such a big part of my life since I was younger, and then especially since my accident. So, it was a really, really, really big honor to be included in all this.
Yeah, I imagine that was quite a cool experience. How involved were you in chess prior to the accident?
Yeah, so I can't remember when I learned how to play. Um I think it must have been around the time I was maybe 10 years old, 7 to 10 years old, somewhere in there. I saw that my dad had a really nice chess set, and I was just kind of fascinated with it. It was just really, really cool, like ceramic pieces, um, very like old timey, like medieval sort of look to it. And so I just fell in love with the board first, and then I remember learning how to play a bit. When I was in high school, I joined the chess team and ended up becoming like the captain of our chess team. I wasn't very good. It's just a pretty small place where I grew up in Yuma, Arizona. So someone had to lead the team. And I was more in charge of just like wrangling everyone, like making sure everyone was somewhere on time and getting everyone to like do their work and stuff like that. Wasn't necessarily because I was the best.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, so I always loved it, but I didn't really like dive too deeply into it. It was just something that I enjoyed doing and was decent at.
Define decent.
Not good, but good enough to not get checkmated in 4 moves.
Ah, okay. So you loved playing the game.
Yeah, yeah, I just loved playing. Yeah.
Yeah, same as me. I've never actually gotten good at it. I still just enjoy playing it.
Yeah, you're a lot better than I am, so I'll take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah. What rank are you? Let's say on online.
Um, I am, what am I, like 1600 roughly around there.
Okay, that's actually very impressive. I've lost to 1600 players, easily.
Okay. Well, I've barely managed to beat some like 1700s a few times, maybe a bit higher, but that's about it. I haven't like devoted a whole lot of time to really diving in and learning a lot. I really should, but there's just been so much going on in my life that I haven't really had the time. But it's something I'm really passionate about and would love to really like sink my teeth into at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe get like a coach or something. That would be cool.
Oh yeah, that'd be. I mean, before we started recording, you were mentioning that you had a plan of staying awake for 72 hours and streaming that.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm not sure how much of it I'll actually stream.
Ah, okay.
It would be cool. It would be cool to stream all of it. I don't have like a great setup for that, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll find a way to stream most of it or all of it, or at least just check in for hours at a time. But yeah, I just wanted to show like what the Neuralink was capable of. About a month ago, I stayed up for 24 hours straight using it, and then like the next week I stayed up for 48 hours straight using it. And that's not very hard for me. I'm pretty good at just staying up for days on end and it doesn't really bother me. Um, and so I decided just kind of on a whim the other day, I posted it online, not really thinking that many people would be interested. I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to try 72 hours. And people kind of latched onto it. And so yeah, I'm gonna do that maybe next weekend. Be like a bit more prepared for it. So that'll be like what November 22nd, 2024 ish. That I'll be doing that and stream some of it. Play some people in chess probably. I'll probably stream to Twitch or X or something when I do it.
Uh-huh.
Maybe YouTube and just have some fun with it.
And do you have to charge the device, and how does it charge?
Yeah, yeah. So I do have to charge it. It has a battery in it. I have to charge it maybe once every 5 to 6 hours.
Okay.
If I use it from like 100% down to 0%, it'll be roughly around there. But I can charge while I'm using it. That's actually like what this hat is that I'm wearing right now.
Okay.
You might be able to see like a black cord coming down from it.
Okay.
Um, that's a little charging cable. So how it works is the Neuralink is implanted in my skull, and they put like a coil over it. So if anyone knows, basically like um, there's like charging mats. Say like a mat that you can set like your phone and watch or different things on to charge it, sort of wirelessly. That's basically what I have. It's just like a little coil that plugs into like a charging base.
Okay.
So like that charging base has to be recharged and stuff, but it's a coil that plugs into that. And then there's a little pocket in this hat that they made me, and I can just wear my hat and charge. So that's how I'm able to do 72 hours straight, is because I can basically just put on a hat and charge while I'm using it. So I never have to turn it off or disconnect or anything.
Has it ever happened that it turns off?
Yeah. It'll disconnect from like say my computer or something, which is like in air quotes turning off. Just maybe a bug happens or um I do something it doesn't really like, get too far away from the computer or something, because it works on a Bluetooth connection.
Hmm.
So if that Bluetooth connection gets interrupted in any way, then it'll disconnect. So hopefully that doesn't happen while I'm trying to do like a 72 hours straight. That'd be a bit of a bummer. I don't think it's a huge deal because it'll only I'll only be disconnected for maybe 10, 15 seconds,
Hmm.
a minute tops. So like 72 hours straight with like a minute here or there like isn't a huge deal, but it doesn't have the same ring to it if it's not like completely 72 hours straight. So we'll see. But yeah, it'll disconnect every now and then. It's not super common though.
Can you connect to any Bluetooth device, or specifically this one tailored to your specific implant?
Yeah, I can't connect to anything right now. This has um an application that
Hmm.
was loaded onto the computer that I
Ah, okay,
use.
okay.
So that's how I actually connect to the computer and control the computer. I can control my phone too because they've given me that capability. Um, Someday I'll be able to connect to different Bluetooth devices. And I think even farther down the road, most devices that have Bluetooth will be like Neuralink compatible. So you'll be able to connect to all sorts of things, whatever has the application loaded up onto it.
You'll also be able to connect to other Neuralink people.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what connect to them
Would
really
that
looks like.
would that be weird?
Yeah, it might be a bit odd, but who knows? Like there's a book that came out. I don't actually know when it came out, called Nexus,
Uh,
which is something kind of similar. Basically, like people using um, like brain drugs in a way to like connect to other people and feel what they're feeling and do all sorts of weird things with each other. Um, Maybe Neuralink will be able to do that someday. I'm not sure what exactly that looks like.
yeah, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
I can.
It's
I mean, I've seen people connected to different interfaces control an electronic device with their brain. I don't have a slightest idea of what kind of a learning process that is. Once you're first connected.
Yeah. It's not that hard. It's pretty intuitive. Uh Surprisingly so actually. At the very beginning when I was learning, I'm, the first person to get this Neuralink specifically. Like there have been other people with BCI's brain computer interfaces, which is just a long form way of saying something in your brain, like implanted in your brain, that helps you control a electronic device in some way. So like is a brain to a computer, like interfacing. Um, where was I going with that? Yeah. So it was very intuitive though. Like I said, because I'm the first, it was a bit of a struggle with the software side of things.
Hmm.
They were learning how to like feed information into machine learning, what exactly needed to be um learned and what didn't, what information was essential and what information was sort of obsolete, erroneous in some way, like just kind of random signals, and what was um, like strictly necessary for it to learn, for the algorithm to learn to feed into like machine learning. And all of that's the way, way more complicated side of it. For me, it was very easy. It was, like calibrating a mouse. You like move a cursor right, left, up, down, or act like you're moving a cursor right, left, up, down. And then after a while, you'll just gain control of it. Control might be bad at first, but as you feed in more and more information of you like doing those same movements, whatever it is that you're doing to do those movements, whatever um, action that you're kind of mapping in a way to those movements, it'll learn, and it's pretty simple, honestly.
And have you gotten faster with time? How long do you have the implant now?
Yeah, it's been almost 10 months, and I've gotten faster. I've gotten better at it in some ways. In other ways, it's kind of ebbed and flowed. It's kind of gone up and down. Um, I think I've gotten a lot better at it. I think that it's much more natural to me. It's interesting to see sort of the progression from the beginning to right now. But I've definitely gotten better. It's just sort of like anything. It is, um, you get better with practice. You get better over time. Hopefully, I don't let my skills get too dull. Be a bit more sharp around the edges and really push myself in performance. But those, like I said, those things kind of ebb and flow. But I think I've gotten better.
Like in chess, are you at the point where you can play bullet?
Yeah, yeah. So that's something that I've actually been playing around with a little bit. I can play bullet not well. It
Okay.
depends on
I can't
it.
play it
So
well
there,
either. So
yeah. It so basically like as you feed information into this machine learning, it will build what we call a model. And a model is just uh cursor control is the
Mhm.
easiest way to put it. As that model gets better, your cursor control gets better. And so if I have a good model, then I can play bullet chess pretty well to the point where I'm able to be a bit quick with it. If I don't have a great model, then bullet chess won't go so well. It's still a bit rough around the edges with um, like how quick it is. There are certain limitations as far as like movement, like how quick the cursor is, and also like clicks, so like
Mhm.
left and right click and stuff. I wouldn't say that it's something that's super um it's like not super capable of at this point.
Mhm.
It's okay. I play a lot more like rapid
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
games and stuff. That's just a bit easier. Plus, like I'm not very good, so it helps me as well. Like lets me think a little bit too.
Yeah, because the first time I saw the Neuralink video they've uploaded on X, uh, I had no idea how you were moving the pieces. Were you actually moving the cursor, or were you just thinking like E4, knight F6?
No, no, yeah, yeah. I think someday that might be possible. Maybe not on a computer because even on a computer, like when you want to move a piece, you have to go like click the piece, like click and then click.
Yeah, I
Click a
thought
piece, click the other piece.
maybe they could offer some sort of an addition for the computer, like a neural interface that you could connect to.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point, like honestly,
Yeah,
I'm sure at some point that'll be possible. Right now it's just I have a cursor and so I have to like click on a piece and click where I want to move it.
okay,
Maybe someday, but
that's fair.
that might be
Everyone has to do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah, if they do some sort of like neural interface where you're able to just think a piece and where you want to move it, that'll be a huge advantage.
Yeah.
So when it gets good enough, so maybe like there will be separate Neuralink leagues where you're only allowed to compete in those arenas because it's just an unfair advantage against other people. I mean, if you think of like the super GMs and people, like their minds are moving so fast that if they're just thinking where they want pieces to go and like pre-moving stuff, like that would be
Yeah.
absolutely nuts. So I don't even know what that looks like. It's hard to even like fathom, wrap your mind around it all.
Okay, but for a rapid game, it's not a problem to have a great experience.
Oh yeah, it's still fun. It's fun to like push what this is capable of.
Uh-huh.
You know, even if I'm not good, it's still a good litmus test to see, okay, what is the Neuralink actually capable of? Is it capable of, playing a bullet game? What are the um, like drawbacks? What are the pros and cons? What's the gap between making this viable for something like that? So it's fun to play every now and again and just see like how close we're getting to being able to do that at a high level.
What's your biggest issue now with chess, with your play?
um, yeah. That's a great question. Um, Probably just not calculating at all. I
Are you
just
just
do
you just wing it?
Yes, I'm very much a feel sort of guy. Like this feels right. Like this move should be good, or like I've seen this position in like a million times, and this feels like it should be the right thing to do. I don't do a whole lot of calculating, and I definitely like miss moves constantly. Generally, what happens to me is I'll make a move and immediately say, "Oh, like they were hanging a piece," or
Mhm.
"Oh, I'm hanging a piece," or maybe I should have thought about that for another 5 seconds, or maybe I should have like looked at the board a little more. I tend to like my vision, especially on the computer, will stay in the bottom half of the board. So I'll only be looking at like my half of the board
Ah, okay,
and not
okay.
really looking at the other person's side. Like it's like I play the London or in the Carocon, whatever it is. And so I will like just blitz out a lot of moves basically, and not even looking like what they're doing and realizing, oh, like maybe this isn't like the exact like move order, or maybe I should have paid attention because they were hanging that piece or something. Yeah, so there's a lot of that.
Yeah, I think Bobby Fischer said once, I think it was him, that even his opponents are capable of making good moves, at certain points. So yeah, you have to
Yeah,
also consider what your opponent is doing.
yeah, yeah. I'm I'm not good at sitting back and like thinking about things like that. I just like to get all of my moves out, and then I think, okay, now what do I do? Instead of like thinking every move, like what is actually best here.
Are there any other games aside from chess that you were, playing prior to the accident that you're able to play now?
Yeah, yeah. There's a few different things. Um, I play like Civilization, so like Sid Meier's Civ 6 is something that I play right now. I was able to play that before my accident, and after my accident, it became basically impossible.
Hmm.
So I've been playing that. Um, Other games that I play, geez, RuneScape. I've gotten into
Okay.
RuneScape a bit.
The new one
That's
or
like
the old one?
the old one. I haven't actually tried the new one yet. I've always been kind of the classic RuneScape guy.
Hmm.
So like it was really popular when I was young. I guess it still is though. So I've been playing that. Some other games that I like didn't really uh play before my accident, but I have been playing around with the Neuralink, so I've gotten into some. Um Slay the Spire and things like different sort of card games,
Oh, I love
stuff
Slay the
like that.
Spire.
I love me some Slay the Spire.
Yeah, yeah.
So good. Polytopia, things of that nature. Some IO games, which are always fun. But yeah, I'm maybe gonna learn how to play Mahjong at some point. That would be fun. I don't know.
I've never tried Polytopia. I've seen Elon constantly talks about it, saying that it's a better version of chess than chess.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like when I've played, it just seems like simple-ish. I don't know if I'm just not understanding the complexities there. But it seems like it's a pretty straightforward, simple game. I wouldn't think that there's a whole lot of brain power that goes into it, but maybe there is. Maybe it's just like at such a high level that my puny human brain can't comprehend it. I guess I'm not. I have like a cyborg brain now, but yeah, maybe I'll get there.
Are you following Neuralink's progress, constantly?
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty plugged into it all, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
okay.
I yeah. So I follow like with the participants. I generally don't communicate with them much, or with P2 much, because there's like some weird things with the being a part of like a scientific study, an FDA study. There's like some things that we're not allowed to do, like communicate with each other in certain ways. But then I also talk with the Neuralink guys constantly, so I'm always talking with them about like what comes next, what their plans are, and different things that they're like wanting to do. and how I can help and things like that. So I would say I'm pretty up to date on like where they're going with things. Some things not. Some things they kind of keep in the background and keep kind of close to their chest because they're just either not allowed to tell me or they haven't like fixed certain things yet, so they're just not ready to release it. But most of the time, I understand what they're doing.
Does the link also sort of collect some sort of biological data that they can use?
Yeah, there's a lot of data that they're collecting constantly to see like how viable the Neuralink is
Mhm.
in the human brain, because this study is not just a um, performance sort of study or just to see if the Neuralink is capable of working in someone's brain. It's also a study about how safe the Neuralink is. And, they use all these different materials in the Neuralink. And these materials have been tested over and over again. And they've gone through, like 1,000 iterations of different materials and, what will work with the brain, what won't work with the brain, what's like the best conducive material for the brain. And so they're always collecting data like that in order to see what works best and how compatible it is with the human brain. Because they can only simulate so much outside of the brain. They can create mediums to interface with a Neuralink like on their own, but it's not the same as the human brain. And they can use like monkey brains or different things, but it's still not the same. So
Yeah.
they need it. They need it in a human in order to really see if it's safe and like how the materials will interact with the brain and stuff. So the longer it's in my brain, the more information they'll get. And so I'll keep it in as long as possible to give them as much of a chance to, collect all the necessary data as possible.
And does it have like an official expiry date, expiration
No,
date?
no, yeah, no. So, um, I'm in this study for 6 years, if I want to be. And after that, they'll talk about, just turning it off or taking it out. But I can, you know, theoretically keep it in for the rest of my life. And it should keep working if they left it on. They don't know. They have like longevity tests that
Mhm.
they do, like accelerated time longevity tests. So they will put the Neuralink in a pressure cooker, essentially. They'll like turn up the heat a lot, they'll turn up the pressure a lot, things of that nature to like speed up the aging process to see how long it will survive. And like the Neuralinks that they're testing haven't um, like given out yet. So like theoretically, these things could last 20, 50 plus years um, if they want to leave it in that long. Um, and I don't know. I don't know what their plan is exactly.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't know. I have like also an artificial heart valve, and
Oh, really?
yeah, it says like yeah, I got it 2 years ago, and says okay. Sometimes sometimes there are instances where you have to replace it after 5 years. There are instances where it worked flawlessly for like 70 years.
Yeah, yeah. I think their plan is to make Neuralinks upgradable. So
Hmm.
you could go in every few years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is, when they release the newest model and get it replaced. Because, Elon's been quoted sort of famously as saying, um, like, no one wants the iPhone uh, 1 in their pocket if the iPhone 14 is out.
But
So,
yeah, and especially not in
yeah,
your brain.
exactly, exactly. Other people have said like, "Oh, I don't want to go get brain surgery once a year," which is fair. So I don't know, like, I don't know how, like, what the plan is for that. If it's going to be like a full-on brain surgery, or if it's something you can go in and kind of get it quickly replaced without actually going into the brain.
Yeah, probably
I'm not 100.
they just replace like the core of the Neuralink without actually
Yeah,
touching
yeah,
the
the
brain.
core. Yeah, the core maybe they could just be like giant software updates where you won't even have to do any sort of like physically going in, like any sort of mechanical or hardware updates. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. We'll see. We'll see when that time comes, I think.
Yeah, and also you should have like a tiny Starlink in your brain that you can access
Yeah.
internet without actually connecting to an outside source. Well, just an antenna,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, right. Just I don't see why all of Elon's products won't be linked in the future. Neuralink with Starlink with Tesla with SpaceX, whatever the heck they want to do, like some Optimus robots, anything that he is a part of, I'm sure will be compatible someday.
Yeah, I'm just think probably that's way off into the future, but like you could probably even very quickly, I don't know, like control an exoskeleton and then be able to move.
Yes, I think that'll happen. I think they'll start testing it probably in the next 10 years for sure. 20 years might be, commercially available sort of stuff. So I don't see why not. I think it's all in the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I mean for at least for like general moving around, walking, sitting down, I think that's much closer than like 20 years.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're already using it in some places in the world. Exoskeletons or different ways to use BCIs
Yeah.
to help people move again. That's already happening. It's just a matter of getting FDA approval here in the United States and allowing people to do something like that and finding, the right companies to make like exoskeletons or make different things available and affordable. And then it's not just like exoskeletons and stuff. I know that Neuralink is already working on putting, well, they already have implanted like a chip in the brain and then below the level of injury, say in a spinal
Hmm.
cord injury patient, where the Neuralink sends, the motor cortex data, the movements to another chip below the level of injury, and then
Hmm.
it skips that broken link
Ah, okay,
so you
okay.
could move again. So they're already doing stuff like that.
Okay,
They
that
already have
that
an
that's even
investigation.
better, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that is probably going to happen in my lifetime. Yeah, it's an exciting time to be alive.
Okay, now you're officially the first person to receive it, on record.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the first Neuralink participant for sure. I'm not the first BCI guy. That's
Yeah,
been
yeah,
around
yeah.
for a few decades, but yeah, the first Neuralink guy. Yeah,
And how do you like could you imagine a world where everyone has such a device?
yeah. Very easily. After using it myself, I think as it becomes more widely accepted, more available, um, everyone's gonna want one. I think it's gonna be something like that.
Like even people without any injuries, you feel like they'll be like, "Oh, I want one definitely."
Absolutely. It'll depend on what people are willing to do, what people are willing to risk. It may never be something that people fully accept, where they say no, like brain surgery is just a bridge too far
Yeah.
for human enhancement and stuff. But I think it'll slowly creep in. That sounds creepy in like a dystopian sort of way.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, over time, as more and more people get it, because I know that there's already a group of people who will get it, like regular, able-bodied, whatever it is, like normal people, will get it, and over time, they will show like how cool it is, how fun it is, its capabilities, and then more and more people will want to get it, or maybe even need to get it in order to be competitive
Yeah,
in any sort of arena.
it will probably get to the point where it's going to be a question whether you're actually able to get it financially.
Yeah, so that's another thing that Elon is very passionate about is making it scalable. So making it affordable, making it easily manufactured, so it's cheap and efficient, and anyone can afford it. That's his ultimate goal, is to make it available to the common man. I don't think it'll be a technology of the elite. I don't foresee that at all. I think it'll be much more affordable than people think. Maybe at first it'll be a bit expensive, but that price will keep going down as they get better at um, finding the right materials, finding
Mhm.
the right manufacturer, um, and finding the right ways to make it mass producible um, cheaply. I think that that is a real possibility, and it's something that Elon is already looking into. That's what he does with all of his products. So maybe it might take a little bit longer, but it'll be available to everyone affordably. I would say again in my lifetime.
Yeah, I'm sort of not thinking about it, or maybe just imagining what it would be if it could access your visual cortex and then stimulate it in a way to produce a distorted image of reality. Like
Yeah,
that.
they're already doing that. They're already doing that. They actually just got like very, very early first approval from the FDA here in the United States for a product called Blind Sight, which is going to help the blind. So basically,
Mhm.
they implant a Neuralink in the visual cortex, and it like sends signals into the visual cortex of like stimuli on the outside. So it'll help people see that are blind, that have never been able to see in their entire lives. And I think they'll start implanting people with that probably in the next 5 years. Um, and it'll be like very, very rudimentary, very like sort of maybe grainy, like not great
360p
quality. Yeah, exactly. Just big pixels everywhere. That's what people are gonna see. It'll be like
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Um, but that'll get better as well. So they're already doing it. There are a lot of um, options for something like this. There are a lot of different places in the brain you can kind of plug this into, and sort of like plug and play. Just
Yeah,
put it
exactly
in,
that. I mean,
feed it to Space Lab. Yeah.
it's a MMO in the making.
Yep. Yeah, it absolutely is. And it'll be paired with all sorts of things, be paired with AI, be paired with, like VR, be paired with all sorts of cool things. So um I'm excited. It's pretty sweet. It's a great technology.
Yeah, and that's if yeah, at some point through technology like that, you could, create group multiple people into sort of a think tank, and yeah, I mean, at that point, possibilities just scale out of proportion.
Yeah. Yeah. Think tank is a great punny way to put it.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
It's really good. Yeah.
Okay, so we've agreed then at maybe next week, while you're doing your 72-hour stream, maybe we could do like a little chess version of that, maybe outside, maybe
Yeah.
during that. Uh,
Yeah, man. I would love that.
one last question, sort of, what would you really uh like for the technology to be able to do at the foreseeable future?
I mean, personally, as someone who's paralyzed, to be able to help me with that. But my whole goal with all of this is just to help people. I want this to help the handicapped first and foremost. This is not just something that's going to help people who are paralyzed, which I think it absolutely will. It'll help people with ALS. It'll help people with MS. It'll help people with all sorts of different um, motor neuron diseases at first, but then again with like blind sight, people who are blind. So like all of these different handicaps that people uh, are kind of stricken with right now, I think that that's my goal first and foremost. And then on top of that, to just be able to use it to its fullest capacity. You know, they say that people only use like 10% of their brain. I don't know how true that quote is. I don't know if
I
that's
think it's
just been
completely
written down.
false. I feel like I'm
Okay.
using like 100% all time. Like I don't think there's anything to unlock there.
Some of us may think that there is untapped potential
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
I think that it's the same
You're a
for
wizard, Harry, yeah?
yeah. Exactly. Something along those lines, honestly, like who knows what's hidden in the brain. We understand so little of it that I think that there's definitely some things there to be played around with. Um, and I think the Neuralink is the same. I think the Neuralink is just in its infancy,
Mhm.
and I'm not sure what it's going to be capable of in, you know, a month, a year, 10 years. It's kind of hard to wrap my mind around like what it's going to be able to do. But there are a lot of like things that I want to be able to do with it. You know, like type on a keyboard just like a
Mhm.
normal person would type. It's not capable of doing that right now, but I don't see why it wouldn't be capable of doing it in the future. Using like two hands, like a mouse and keyboard sort of thing. Play some League of Legends,
Okay.
something like that. Like just all sorts of things. Being able to type and like write out a book or write papers, um, and then just interact with all sorts of other things. So helping people who are handicapped first, playing video games, playing different things on like computers, different like consoles, being able to type and everything. And I hope I get to like play around with some robots some days, like an Optimus robot, exoskeletons, things of that nature. I think that would be really, really cool.
Yeah, I mean, when you put it like that, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Everyone will want one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but I think
I agree.
I think I've even read on Twitter or somewhere that Elon mentioned that for the I don't even know for how long only people with certain disabilities will be able to get it.
Yeah, that's the first of all of this,
Uh-huh.
is to help people, which I appreciate that. You know, basically one of the most powerful men in the world is taking an interest in like myself and people with my disability, people with other disabilities. So I think that's awesome. It's very um, powerful, um, and it's just really cool to be a part of.
Yeah. And also, I wanted to ask you how come you are the first person to receive it? Do you have some sort of a super special connection to them,
No, I
or a
just
link?
got lucky. No, yeah, no. I just got lucky. Wasn't like networking. I didn't know someone on the inside. Um, I didn't blackmail them or anything
Yeah.
like that. Um, I just I just happened to apply at the right time, and I just happened to be someone who fit the bill. It's like a glass slipper sort of thing.
Okay,
I am
you are
a
Cinderella.
real life Cinderella.
Yeah.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, incredible.
But
I imagine many people applied.
yeah. I don't know like how many exactly. I know that around the time that I applied, a few thousand people had applied like around the
Mhm.
same time. Because I applied the very first day it opened, just kind of very roundabout, like kind of lucky way. My buddy was day drinking on a Wednesday, and he was drunk at like 11 a.m. in the morning, and was researching like Musk stuff,
Mhm.
and saw that this had opened and gave me a call. It's like, you want a chip in your brain? And I was like, sure, why not? And we just kind of like jokingly applied, and just happened. It just happened to work out. I got lucky, but I'm sure like thousands at the very least. I
Yeah.
know thousands at the very least have applied. So I just got lucky.
Yeah, I mean, incredible story. And do you know if they're already having others into the program?
Yeah, there's already a number two. And I know that by the end of the year, they want to have five or six. So they're ramping up really, really quickly. By the end of next year, probably a few dozen. Um, I don't know. I know that their goal is to have hundreds for this study. So I'm the one. I'm just one of many. I'm the first of many. So they're going to be ramping up production pretty soon here, which is a funny way to put it, but I think that's what the plan is.
Uh-huh. Okay, so for the end of the video, I wanted to ask you, shall we play one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Do you have an account?
I do. Um,
Let me
it
just.
is whenever you're ready. Actually, yeah. It's kind of hard for people to find me on here. I hope you can find it.
Why?
I've told people. Well, I've told people my account like 5 or 6 different times, and it does not pop up on chess.com. So I don't know.
But on Leeches, does it pop up on Leeches?
Oh, I actually don't use Chess that much. We could try that.
Okay. Can you get onto it? I mean, you could also use like a guest account.
Yeah. Let me hop on because I think I still have an account here. Chess. And let me sign in.
And you challenge me. I wanna have the full experience.
Okay. Let me see. All right. Well, to start. What is you playing like tournaments and stuff still, right?
Like in person?
Yes, like over the board tournaments.
Very rarely. I maybe one tournament a year.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a father now. I have 2 little kids, so
yeah. Wow. Congratulations. That's cool.
when they grow up a little bit more, and if maybe they'll be interested in chess themselves, then I will attend more in person. But yeah,
Oh, you're not gonna put them through the ringer and teach them all chess and make them into super GMs.
no, I'm not even sure that works.
Okay.
Like Alireza hasn't played. He started playing like when he was 8, so I don't think that it's necessary to like start when you're 3 years old.
Okay. Do you want to take my username and then you can friend request me or something and I'll
Sure, yeah. Just give me, what is it?
it's second_helpings.
All right. Yep, got it.
Okay.
There we go. Let me just add you. There we go. Oh, they switched it up. There's the follow. Okay. Challenge to a game. What time format would you prefer?
Ooh. I don't know.
Any is good.
Okay. How about 5-0?
5-0. You want without increment?
Yeah, that's fine, I think.
Okay. All right, a nice casual game.
Nice casual game, yeah.
All right, let's load it up and let me just fix this. Oh, sorry about that. I accidentally
2100. Yeah, that's not great.
Oh no, that's my fake rating. I have more.
Okay, good.
Nah, just kidding. I fluctuate a lot. But lately I've been really bad at Blitz. I've been okay at Bullet, and I've been doing some Rapid videos. So I'm also improve. I've improved in Rapid, but in Blitz I'm like just making these disgusting moves.
It's okay. I'm sure you'll beat me in under 30 moves.
Under 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. This will be fine. All right. Who is white? I'm white.
You are white.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay. I already told you what I play, so here we go.
Okay, let's see. I'm pretty sure you know theory better than me regarding the Caro-Kann.
I don't know about that. I hate this line. I
Do
do it all the time.
do people actually
And I lose.
play other lines than this? I always thought this was.
Yes. Well, it is. People play at my rating. People play much different lines, but
I mean,
it always ends up.
you only play the top moves. This you're actually like an engine. Did you just pre-move?
I did.
Oh, you can also pre-move. Nice.
I can. Yeah.
Nice. And on chess.com, you can actually pre-move multiple moves. Can you also pre-move multiple moves?
I could, but I'm afraid.
Okay, yeah. Let's go. Let's go like this.
Don't like that.
I could lower. I could make it a bit smaller to include the clock times. That is a very nice check, good sir. Just include the clock times as well.
Don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I feel like I have to do that. Probably.
Yeah, it's I'm just gonna go like a complete barbarian. I'm gonna go after your monarch. Okay, just without mercy. That is a fine square for the knight in the Caro-Kann indeed. All right, let's go like this. Why second helpings?
It was my nickname in college. Yeah. It's because I used to eat a lot. That's basically it. There's not much more to it.
Okay.
So if I go there, you take, take, take. I don't think that works. Um,
You said you didn't like to calculate a lot.
I don't, but I'm afraid that I'm about to do that. Then you take, and then I take, and then you take with the pawn, and then I take with the pawn. Then you can sack that bishop, and if I take back, you take with the queen, and I'm checked, and then you could take with the rook or something. I guess I could always move out of it, but that kind of sucks. Let's find out.
That sounds almost exactly like my thought process. Like take something captures there.
Yeah.
And
it's basically
good things might happen. I don't know. I was gonna
okay. Maybe that.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Good sir knight. I'm gonna go here. Make it interesting. Piling up on the knight. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Rook, though, and I don't like it one bit. Yeah, I didn't like this move for that. That reason. Yeah.
I've actually never had a game of Caro-Kann where I go the F1 with my king. This is a very special game.
This is a great time to try it.
Yeah.
If you want to try anything, this is your chance. Well, maybe here. feel like this is going to happen at some point.
Very nice indeed. Okay, I'm gonna push a pawn in front of my king. It's never a good idea, but I'm interested what you do with the bishop.
Yes, I'm interested in that as well. Could I just do that? Oh, I don't have time. I don't have time.
Hmm.
Let's go here. I think I'm gonna lose.
Nah.
Like now.
Let's go with the big threat.
Does this work?
That was my plan. That was my plan all along.
This is exactly what you wanted me to do. Played right into your hand.
All right, let's be tricky about this. I actually don't have a lot of maneuvering. Okay, that is very interesting. You are playing some tricky moves.
Well, no, I think I didn't realize.
Yeah, you didn't realize that it was guarded. You want to take that back, maybe?
Yeah, I do. I forgot about your bishop down here.
Yeah, that was the.
No, that. Oh, you're so nice. You're so nice to me. What?
Yeah. Let's. I played knight g3. Yeah. Okay, it's one.
Oh,
Oh
wait, but now it's not guarded.
no, no, it's not. That is true.
Okay, so now can I take it? Is that okay?
Yeah, you've tricked me. I forgot what I was about to play. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no. So let me. Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not nice at all.
quite evil.
Yeah. Wow. That's really mean.
Yeah, I still feel like the other move was slightly more precise. But yeah, I mean, I guess I will take it. Hmm.
Does this work? I don't know.
Here unleashes you can give your opponent some extra time to think.
What? Really? Man,
Yeah.
this is so nice. Like Lead Chess is so nice to chess players.
Yeah, it's not a bad place. Okay, so now you're giving me plenty cool options.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
wanted to. This was my plan all along, was to just let you make cool moves.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Checkmate me in
All
a
right.
really cool way.
We're not gonna go for the obvious stuff.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go for the obvious stuff.
I want to see I want to see how your chip does under pressure.
Can I just do that?
Ah, that is excellent. Now we are both in time trouble. Ah, that is very sneaky. That is truly sneaky.
I don't like that.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm.
Would you stop? You don't have to keep doing this, you know. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
No. Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh
Mm.
no. Oh no. Oh. Okay, well, can I just do something? We just need to do that. Why? You don't have to do this. Stop it.
Okay. Now we got it.
Yeah.
Now we got it.
Run away. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But
Oh man.
it was way better than I expected actually. Like,
I hate this main line in the Karakan. I don't like when people play it. I want to play the advanced. Um, it's so much more fun. I need to learn how to play this. Actually, what is it? The Tartakower variation.
oh, I very rarely see people go for the advanced because I think this is
Yeah,
quite nice for white.
it is. It
Like
is.
there's
I
actually
don't like
if
it.
you don't know how to play this line, you should check out it's basically the first game that pops up when you look for this position, how to play against this variation. It's Magnus Carlsen with black playing against Yang Krzysztof Duda with white, and Duda just obliterates Magnus. It's it's
Really?
a thing of
Wow, I need
beauty.
to watch that then. I need to watch that because this is like my least favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
I just hope whenever I play the Karakan, I always hope that people don't play this.
Okay.
I'm just like fingers crossed, like let's go down a different line. And my rating, like I would say 1 out of every 10 or 15 games is this line. And so that means 1 out of every 10 or 15 games I automatically lose
Yeah. No,
because I'm so bad at it.
no, I don't like the advanced. It's too much Frenchy for me, and I hate playing against the
Oh
French.
yeah, yeah, I love it because um I get to play more fun things in the advance. There's a
Mhm.
lot more like opportunity for me.
Yeah, exactly. I
I
mean,
guess.
black is
Yeah,
awesome in those lines.
yeah,
And
yeah. It's so
if
much
you want to
fun.
do well with white, I mean, I've seen like Bobby Fischer games with white, and I mean, you have to be able to sacrifice intuitively like two or three pawns, and then you obliterate your opponent. If you're not willing to
Yeah,
do that, black will just be better.
yeah. I
So,
love it. I love being better.
yeah, it's the
being
best.
being better is so much more fun.
Yeah, being better is the best.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. Hopefully, we can organize this maybe even next week, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'd love it if you pay
Yeah.
some of my viewers.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love that. I've been a big fan of your stuff for a long time. Been watching you for years, so having you reach out and give me this opportunity was so cool to me. It was very cool being able to just sit and chat with you and play some chess and get my butt beat. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a learning opportunity, right?
Yeah, likewise. I
But
was I
yeah,
was very happy that you accepted. I'm naturally like everyone else. I'm interested in what they're doing at Neuralink, and also
yeah,
as you mentioned that been following chess for a long time. All the
yeah.
better.
Yeah, yeah. So it's been cool. I hope you get some sleep. I know you've got
Yeah,
got some little ones. So
yeah, yeah. Sleep is
um,
scarce commodity here around here.
yeah, yeah, it's a luxury. But yeah. So thanks again, man. I really appreciate it.
All right, it's been a pleasure, and hope we do something soon.
Yep, absolutely.
Until next time.
Yes, sir.